Alright guys, we're going to carry on with our little series here. And we've got the white pieces against Jack, 052905. We're playing the Réti. What you going to do, Jack? What you going to do? You're going to walk into the Réti Gambit. Now I don't actually know what the right move is if they advance. But they haven't. Good. So this is worth 26. This would actually take us over 1,000. If we can get a win. Right, so they've given up the pawn. If they don't try to defend the pawn, you just take. Okay, what's going on here then? Right, castles is a natural looking move. I have two central pawns, black only has the one. Knight c3 is a very natural looking move as well. Question is, do I have to be concerned about the pawn pushing to e4? Yeah, let's play knight c3 just to prevent that idea. Bishop could come out and contend the knight, in which case it's always just d3. Okay, he's playing solid. Kind of got backwards pawn here. But you never know. We could always play like f4 and have that as the backwards pawn and make a pawn structure that way. I think b3, bishop b2 looks nice. Especially if we're going to have pawns on dark squares here. Not worried about the knight coming in there or there, that's fine. This bishop is going to want to come out. a3 is an idea to prevent either the knight or the bishop from coming to b4. Why is Photoshop bouncing at me? Stop bouncing. Okay, so what are we going to do? I've got a3 and b4 as well as an option. My bishop defends the rearmost pawn. Let's play a3. Loads of time. Got all the time in the world. Got decent piece development. My dark squared bishop is the last minor piece I need to engage. I mean, it's a thought to play d3, e4 to open up this diagonal for the bishop. Feels kind of slow though after having played e3, but kind of like in b4. He contests. Okay, here he comes. Very tempting me to play knight g5, which I will do actually, because also it's a double attack on the e4 pawn, which is now overextended. He's moved it twice. It's only defended by the knight. He can't kick me away. How does he defend this? Does he do that? In which case I could take. Wins a pawn, hits the queen. My knight always has f4 to come back to. Maybe even d4. So really, what was that move achieving? Okay. I like my bishop though. So I have to think, how is the game going to go? Let's say if I take with the knight, pawn takes. He's got doubled isolated pawns in the middle. I will just go ahead and castle probably. I mean, I could even take the pawn. Then the bishop can always drop back all the way here if it wants to. And that's goodbye kingside castling. If I take here, takes. The queen's under attack, has to move. I could take out the bishop. Let's say I take. Where's that queen going to go? Right, she can't go there, or there, or there. Take. take. I win a pawn. You could still castle short in that instance. I take with the bishop, takes. Let's take with the knight. Let's keep the bishop pair. I've got a bad bishop here anyway. Don't even have to recapture. It's not like that's going to be a strong pawn anytime. What's he got? It's got the option of moving to e5 and then being stuck for the duration. Or I could just snatch it and then retreat. Knight can't go there or there. Can't go there. Can't really go there. This knight can't go there or there. It's already looking a bit bad for my opponent, even though material is right now equal. Take. It is a free pawn, and I could always drop back to h3 as well. That's an idea. I know what Stockfish would say. Take the stuff! You fool! So let's take the stuff. I bow to the fish. Some decent retreating squares. Still both crisscrossing the board on lovely open diagonals. I'd still like to castle my king. Okay, there we go. If I go here, it stops white from castling long. If I go here, it stops white from castling short. I also have a trap actually. There's this knight b5 hitting the queen. If the queen takes, I take on here with the family fork. But what's he got? What alternatives has he got? Can he hit the knight and the bishop? He can go there. Then my knight could come back, but then trades knights and I lose the bishop. So I don't think that is a good trap. So I'm going to retreat, and I think, is this... Both good diagonals, it's really hard to choose. Let's just think this through. Queen goes here. I've got two pieces under attack. It's a queen fork. I take there, the queen captures the knight. It's just not worth it. Okay, executive decision. I'll just play bishop a2. Still got a problem of the dark squared bishop. But this isn't the end of the world, you know. Stick it here. I'm interested to see which side he castles. I'm kind of hoping he goes short, to be honest. Which I've just prevented with that move. Because there we go. There we go, he goes long. Okay, I think it's time to castle. I do have this. This is actually a fork on the queen, and that one's defended. I attack the queen. Let's get the king to safety first. I'm up one pawn. So my natural pawn breaks are probably E and F. So attack once, defended once. Sorry, D and F. If I push this, there's a very real risk of en passant, which doesn't serve me very well. This pawn's definitely a liability. It's completely isolated now. There's no pawns here or here that can ever support it, which means it has to be defended by a knight. Okay, what's the point of that? You're not attacking my rook. You're not threatening to go there. All there, all there. I can just play bishop b1. That puts two attackers on here as well. No, this I do not understand. What are you going to do now? No, 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 no. Lots of squares where you can't go. Bishop takes there. Can't take there. So it's going to be here, that's out, or that. Okay, still defends this pawn. It's worth noting. I do have c3 now. Again with tempo. And I think I should, moving my pawns up on that side of the board where my opponent's king is situated makes perfect sense. Queen's got a bunch of squares where she can go. I think it's sensible. We're maintaining the pressure on this pawn. Just gaining a little bit of space here on the queen side. It's all good. I have a check which is guarded right now. But moving this pawn as well, it might free up my bishop. I might want to trade off my bishop. Don't really fancy that idea of opening up the G file, but there we go. Back comes the queen. It's still defending this pawn. This pawn is still defended twice. I'm liking bishop b2. Feels like an improving move. Not scared of this bishop just yet. It's compromised on this diagonal. Can't go to either of these squares. So maybe something like queen e2, knight here. Threatens to capture on there. That's two attackers. No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't understand the diagonals yet. Queen e2, knight here. I might just keep pushing up. Creates more options for my bishops too. Queen moves again. Now. This does undefend this pawn. And notice, they do have a 2-on-1 on the d pawn. But if I take this with a knight, I'm defending the pawn. However, if I take with the knight, they take, I take, the pawn falls. So what do? Do I come in with the knight? That takes one of the attackers off this pawn. Maybe winning that pawn is not my goal in life right now. But this is forcing, actually. There, knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes. I mean, what's the alternative? Put the bishop back on c1 to defend the pawn. Takes, 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 takes. Queen f3 puts my queen and my bishop in line there. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. But my bishop would hang in that instance as well. Knight takes, bishop takes knight, queen takes here. Do I have to trade now? Do I have to trade queens? My bishop's under attack. My queen is okay. So queen f3 here would just drop the bishop. Ain't no point in that. If I take and rook takes, I'm going into and ending a pawn up and with the bishop pair. So this is what we're going to do. I think that is a strong position. I have this. Rook can't go there. This pawn is also pinned here. The knight is struggling for squares. Just this hitting the rook. Well, this hitting the rook. I don't really want to disconnect my rooks. Let's play that. Two very mobile bishops. I might play b4. Because he's only got the one bishop. So at this point in the game, maybe putting my pawns on dark squares would just make life a lot harder for his bishop while not impeding mine. So he's got to move his rook now. I could even consider taking out the knight and giving him bad pawns around his king. That would, I think that would strengthen my position. Further, I have a check which can't be blocked by anything other than the rook. King goes here. Or do we just eliminate the knight? I feel like his knight is one of his better pieces, but then my bishop is no slouch either. I could play like rook fd1, try and trade the rooks off. You're only supposed to trade the bloody rooks off. Or do we just go into a better ending? What do you think? I could play rook ac1. This bishop is also now tied to that as well. Go on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's simplify slightly and try and prove that we have yeah, exactly. Exactly. Do you want a rematch? Because that was just the fuck. Hey, we're on 1005 now. He doesn't want a rematch. Okay, well, let's go and have a look at the review. All right, here we are. Look at the review. Please be good. 3 misses, man. Rating 1500. Okay. That wasn't great. Okay, well, let's go through. It seems like there's some lessons to be learned. Réti Gambit accepted. Splendid. Good. Recapture the pawn. e5. Good move. That was not ideal. Okay. We have the 2-on-1 pawns in the centre. Fish is saying just go for it, just contest the centre. What's likely to happen? Very normal. Very normal play. Nothing wrong with that picture at all. What if we do this and they just take? It says we can even just castle. Even just castle. If they get greedy and take again, I guess we trade queens. It's actually saying queen b3 here. Threatening f7. So we're 2 pawns down. After queen b3, knight can't do nothing. But it could come to h6. But now he's got to do this. It's saying his best. What? There? And if they take here, then we just fork everything and win. Wow. Okay. Well, that might be a line to study. Crikey. Okay, but anyway, that ain't what happened. I played my knight here. It's only 0.3 of a pawn different. That's a mistake. Same bishop d6. They should have defended the pawn. Okay, it's going straight in fried liver style. Yeah. Which I mean, did I notice that? I think I probably will have done, but okay. What do they do if we do this? There's no d pawn to block here. Do they play knight a5? No. They play bishop g4 attacking our queen, or bishop e6, or queen e7 to defend. But either way, it's kind of better. Again, you know, it's saying, and isn't it weird how the engine that doesn't understand anything, but just from brute force, it's saying you're playing a gambit, you have to go on the attack. Okay, So I play this, and that's my first miss. Okay, they do that, and now I come in for that, and they have to play knight e5, which they don't do. This is a blunder because I can trade. Bishop takes e6. I know you, fish. Okay, and that was slightly better. And of course it says going the other way. Of course it does. It's only 0.1 of a pawn, forget it, don't matter. What the hey? Now it's saying the best move is that. And after knight takes, queen g4 check wins the knight back. Huh. Well, I remember saying I noticed there was a check there, and this is a twist on that fact, isn't it? We entice the knight away onto a forkable square. And then that solves all my problems with my d-pawn as well. Interesting. And this is how you improve at your openings. Okay. So again, I was just playing too conservative. And what the hell is that? Okay. Bishop a2 was best. Okay, but then we get into a repetition. You didn't like that. It said f4. Huh. That's a blunder because we win the pawn. Trading is best. And it didn't like that. Didn't like that. It says rook face off, which I think I did consider. And then what the hell was that? And resigns, yeah. Now it's just gone off onto a line of its own because the game did not continue. But hey ho, we're over 1,000. Things are going to hot up from here. Still loving the Réti. From the black side, opening with the knights, I'm not so sure. You know, it's Nimzovich defense kind of thing. I don't know. You know, I've played a few blitz games today, and I found myself just playing the Charlik in response to d4 because I like it. You know, sue me. Anyway, hope you found that interesting and useful and helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.